Hi, welcome back to Live and Breathe Horses and our little mini series of some foundation pieces of horsemanship. And today we're going to talk about faith. So by faith, I mean several things. I mean, that might have a different meaning to you. So it's always interesting to look. But for me, faith is about what I believe over what I think, you know. Our minds can be very tricky things, and sometimes we really shouldn't listen to them too much. Coming to what you really believe and your true values is a much more horse-like place to be than thinking too much about things. And when we have the faith to go with what we believe, then we can act with much more assurance and confidence and calmness that really helps our horse. So that brings me on to self-doubt, which is a big issue for a lot of people, perhaps the biggest issue, which is a lack of faith in knowing what we're doing. So that is also quite disturbing for horses, you know. And it's a funny thing because you can see people who really know nothing but get the horses to do everything they want them to do, despite that, just because they really believe that they are the horse whisperer, or they really know what they're doing with the horse. And it's a very funny thing. I've seen this a lot with clients. Very often women bringing along a boyfriend who doesn't really want to ride, but it's a bit like watched all the cowboy films and it's just like, hey, I can do this. And they do it. You know, the horse... and I'm also thinking of guys here. I see a lot, the Spanish sometimes with their horses being everything's rah, and you think, oh my God, how does that horse do all that? And it might not be beautiful, but they do it. So having a bit of faith in our ability, in ourselves, is such an important foundational tool in our horsemanship, you know, leaving the self-doubt behind, at least as much as we can. And acknowledging it, you know, I think that's the other thing, is not pretending. If we acknowledge it, accept it, then we have a chance also of moving past it. And that's the fairest thing we can do for our horse, you know. So faith, belief, and it comes up again about intuition, like we mentioned in the last one, you know. That's really in that place of being centered and grounded and strong in our conviction. And I think the other thing about being true to what you believe and your values is that you're not so thrown by negativity, which of course today on internet is possibly a worse problem than ever. And everybody's entitled to their own beliefs and to do things in their own way. And when you accept that and you're doing what you believe genuinely from your best self with your best intentions, then it becomes much less important when people are negative about it. So yeah, how's your faith? Maybe it's religious faith. It's all different kinds of faith, but I think it's that belief in whatever it is you're believing in. In this case, it's about our horses. You know, it's about being the best version of ourselves, to just have the gratitude for those amazing, generous animals that we have the honour to work with and be with and cherish and learn from. So thank you for listening today. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that, and we'll be back with our next episode.